Hey ghouls and gals, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today's video is going to be a book haul. One of my goals from last year carrying on into this year when it comes to reading is really try and limit like the frivolous spending that I spend on books. I want my collection to be just full of books that I love, so I've really been focusing on just purchasing books that I've already read and loved, or just purchasing books that I haven't read from authors that I know that I love. So I do have a little bit of a book haul here. It's pretty much from Christmas, January, a little bit of February. Not a lot, short but sweet, but I am really excited about these books and I wanted to share them with you. So let's just go ahead and get started. First off, we'll just talk about the books that I pretty much bought brand new. First one, this is the oldest book on the list because I pre-ordered this one in 2020. I want to say, no, 2021, end of 2021. That was How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I've read this, I've really enjoyed it. I think this is probably one of Grady Hendrix's best books, although I am a sucker for a lot of the tropes in here, as well as haunted house horror, so I really enjoyed this. This was one when I purchased it. I hadn't read it, but I love Grady Hendrix, so I knew that this one would be worth the wait, and it was worth the wait because I had to wait a very long time for this one. It was originally supposed to come out last year and then we finally got it in January of this year, but yeah, really enjoyed this one. Another pre-order, another book also that I was waiting such a long time for is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Alex Stern series, Ninth House being the first book. Came out in 2019, I believe, so I have been waiting for such a long time for this one. I really waffled back and forth on whether or not to get the regular edition or the Barnes & Noble edition. I'm kind of glad that I got this one. And just something about the red is really popping to me. I have a lot of horror on my shelves, a lot of fantasy, so my shelves are very like white, black, and red, but I just think especially the end pages on this one are just absolutely gorgeous. And not only is this book gorgeous, but I loved it more than Ninth House. So another one that was super worth the wait, and I'm really pleased with this red color of the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Next up, I did splurge and purchase a special edition book for a book that I really loved. It was one of my favorite books of 2021, and I bought the audiobook, and I never planned on buying the physical book, and then I just got the opportunity randomly on Pango Books to purchase actually from another booktuber, Elliot Brooks. She was selling a Dowry of Blood, a special edition. I think this is the Fairy Loot special edition, and I just kind of sprung for it. Again, I usually don't go for the super special editions. I might buy the Barnes & Noble edition or like signed editions that are pretty easily accessible. I don't tend to do book boxes or anything like that, but this is just very gorgeous, and the end pages are really everything my gothic loving heart desires. We've got some art on the inside. I really love this book, and I'm really glad that I have a physical copy. It's kind of making me want to do a reread. I'm not the hugest fan, or originally I wasn't the hugest fan of the cover because A Dowry of Blood was, I don't think it was self-published, but it was indie published, I think, and then it got picked up by Orbit. I wasn't originally a fan of the recover, but something about the red, the special edges and everything like that really work for me. So yeah, this book is gorgeous. I absolutely love it as well, and I kind of want to reread it soon now that I have this gorgeous physical copy of it. The next little stack I have are books that I got through gift cards or from Christmas, so it's a good little stack. I'm pretty excited about these books, and I haven't read any of these books actually, but I have read from every single author, so I don't consider that frivolous because the first one is the third book in a series that I really love, and that is The Last Hero by Lyndon A. Lewis. This is a very queer sci-fi space opera story that, I mean, honestly, if you like Star Wars, you like Star Trek, and you're really wanting like books that have that vibe of a space opera, super advanced, super in the future like society, but also also deals with some very contemporary, hard-hitting topics. This series, The First Sister, is the first book in the series. I haven't picked this up yet, but now that I have a physical copy, I am ready. I am very excited to pick this one up. I just have a feeling the second book left off in such a crazy space for the series to continue, so I'm very eager to pick this one up. Next up, we have a book that probably I know the least about in this haul, but I absolutely love this creator team, so I had to pick this up, and that was The Night Eaters by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda, and this is the team behind Monstrous. I love that graphic novel series, and I've read pretty much everything that's come out in it so far. This is the first in a new series. She Eats the Night, book 1. I don't need to know anything about it, honestly. I love the art style. I really enjoyed the concepts in Monstrous. So it's the first volume in a new graphic novel horror trilogy. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited to read this one. And then last of the secondhand books, this actually, I had like a gift card and managed to find it secondhand because a lot of this author's work is kind of hard to find. But I'm glad that I got this. That's Lost Gods by Brahm. I really loved the most recent book by this author, which was Slewfoot. And this one, yeah, I wanted to pick it up because I want to read more by this author, and I really wanted to own books by this author because not only does he write the books, he illustrates. So throughout every single book of Brahms, he's got these gorgeous, gorgeous illustrations, which really add to the story. Really love them in Slewfoot, and I'm just very excited to pick this one up. All the books that I haven't read yet in this haul, I'm very excited to pick up, so I'm hoping me filming this haul will kind of push me to pick one of them up because they're all books that I have super anticipated picking up, and yeah, I'm very excited to include this one in my collection. Given a little close-up on that cover art because it is just absolutely beautiful. And then last but not least, I am on a mission to hunt down and thrift all of Stephen King's books as close to the original copies as possible. I love vintage books. I love Stephen King. This is like a very long passion project of mine, so I did manage to find 2 good finds. The first one, Different Seasons. Very, very excited to find this one. It's in really great condition, and this one I have only read Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption out of the short story collection. There are 4 different short stories, so I can't wait to read the other 3. Was very pleased to find this in such good condition, and I also really think that the author picture on this one is just the cutest. So technically I haven't read this one, but Stephen King's one of my favorite authors, so I am trying to collect all of his books, so when I see one of his books in such a beautiful condition like this secondhand, I'm picking it up. And then the other one, this is not technically the first cover for this book, but I had never seen this cover before, and I kind of liked the vibe of it a little bit more than the original, which was a little plain. So that would be the Tommyknockers. I'm actually currently reading this one right now and very much enjoying it, which I feel like I never hear people talk about this one, but if you like Stephen King's stories where it revolves around a small town and a town of characters where the town itself is a character, you might like this one. I'm really having a good time. Easter eggs galore in this one as well. Yeah, this is just like a really fun, totally 80s vintagey cover that I'm kind of obsessed with. So yeah, those are my secondhand finds for the book haul. But there you have it. Those are all the books that I have purchased recently. Let me know in the comments below which one I should read first out of the ones that I haven't read yet. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content from me. Stay safe, stay spooky, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!